Also new tonight, after President Trump invoked the Alien Enemy Act of 1798, a federal judge has now halted it. The 227-year-old law gives presidents extraordinary power that can be wielded to speed up mass deportations. First, let's bring in News Nation's Allie Bradley with the latest from the southern border. Allie.
Yeah, hey, Alex, that was a big move from the president today, but then a judge saying not so fast, putting a halt to that Alien Enemies Act that the Trump administration said they were going to utilize. But we actually talked to DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. We were down here exclusively with her on a one-on-one on ATVs, actually surveilling this area. This is a Tucson sector where Nogales, which is a smuggling hotspot. For years, we have watched smugglers operate here. So we asked her, how would the Alien Enemies Act be used? This is what she had to say about the Trump administration's move, again, that was halted by a judge. Take a listen.
Well, under that act, we're targeting TDA specifically. We want to get, that is an extremely dangerous gang from Venezuela that we have thousands of them in the United States of America that the Biden administration has allowed to proliferate. So we're targeting them, wanting to return them back to their home country, hopefully to face consequences. That's been the negotiation that the Secretary of State has been working on a lot, is to not only just return people back to their country, but to face consequences there. And we'll use every means we can to make sure we're getting them out as soon as possible.
Now, the DHS secretary has regularly said that they're going after the worst of the worst. We know that ICE has made over 32,000 arrests in the Trump administration's first 50 days. Now, a lot of these individuals, about 40 of the worst were brought over to Guantanamo Bay. But then they were brought back to the United States. So we asked the secretary why these individuals were brought back and if Guantanamo Bay would be used for these deportation efforts moving forward. Here's what the secretary had to say about that.
They were returned to create some space. We'll continue to move people around, but absolutely we're going to use the asset that is Guantanamo Bay. We've got a lot of facilities there, a lot of capacity there, and we're going to continue to use it, especially for these individuals that are so dangerous. So, we have other opportunities as well for other locations. It's not always the wisest to telegraph every tool that we're going to be going after and utilizing, but Guantanamo Bay is a key to making sure that we have the detention facilities we need for these dangerous individuals.
Now, when it comes to why the secretary was down here, she actually went to the port of entry that's just over my shoulder here that has historically over the last 4 years been one of the hot spots for fentanyl seizures. The secretary saying that fentanyl has been found trying to be smuggled across that port in watermelons, in different methods. So she was down here seeing what efforts are being made to tamp down on those smuggling efforts from the criminal cartel. So that was just one reason why she was down here. And again, Alex, we have seen the smugglers operate on this hill for years, sending people across the border illegally. We went down on these ATVs and we were able to see where those holes are now filled in. They have built the wall. This is pretty well fortified down here in Nogales. So we haven't seen much activity at all. The Mexican federales, they were actually over surveilling, kind of doing mirror patrols as well today. So we haven't seen anybody jump the wall or breach the barrier on this side. So right now, she's saying that agents are able to do their job again, Alex.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.